Walk and get the screen. Go live right now. There you go.
That water.
Yeah.
There you go. You got it.
Yeah.
Dry it off really quick.
Yeah. Damn water, man.
Ready? Shalom to the wall, y'all surviving. Hebrew Israelites, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Working out of the process down by Babylon the Great. First thing first, turn to the east. Well, praise glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, God. Which in the ancient Paleo Hebrew tongues, creating the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah, throw it out. Shalom to all the sister brothers laboring in this truth. Oh, Salakia. Double honor to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the brothers laboring in this truth. And shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Come today, y'all. So you already know we're about to hit up, man. The hot topic, what everybody's talking about right now. We're basically at the beginning stages of World War III. It's already done hit. You got Iran done hit multiple U.S. bases over there in the Middle East. And then you got the U.S. done hit multiple places in Iran. They also done hit places like in Saudi Arabia, the oil facilities. So gas could go up. And the whole reason for this war is because the Lisa flocks to draw them out. So I'm going to start us out with the first precept. And it's Revelation 11 and 14. And it reads, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And see, a woe goes into sorrow, goes into destruction, because that's what a war does. And the Lord let us know there'll be three woes. You know, 1 and 2 already done passed. The small handlers got the land with their second woe. This third woe is going to be Esau Edom coming out of power. Little did he know that's going to be the end of them. And it shows their greed, all the lust they got, because they got everything. They got all the world's resources. So why are you messing with this small country? They're just trying to mind their own business. And it's because they don't have a central bank. How the Amalekites, the Ish people, 1948ers get rich because they got central banks in all other countries. So if you don't have a central bank, they're about to come to you and force you to get a central bank. And then we're at the point where, what's that, Joel chapter 3, where it said the weak say I'm strong. We're at that point where the weak is like, hey, man, I'm not taking that no more. I ain't got your bank. I ain't getting your bank. I got ICBM missiles too. And they're going to fight it out. And then we're at the point where, what's the Ezekiel, the 38th chapter, I believe, where it said that Gog and Magog, Meshach should be a guard unto them. Russia is guarding all these other countries, making people feel like, you know, I can bang with you. You know, I got a big ally backing me up, a superpower. And if you think about it, Russia, I think, got the strongest sword. You think about it, they got the number one ICBM missiles. They probably got the strongest tanks. That Su-57, I think that's like one of the best aircrafts. So Russians might have the strongest sword. So if you got a backing by them, of course you're gonna feel yourself. You're gonna tell Babylon Great, I ain't gotta do what you say do. And then NATO's starting to get all disbanded and broken up. So everybody's like, I ain't gotta do what you say no more. And then China, I believe so China has surpassed Babylon the Great as far as weapon capability and you know, having soldiers or whatnot. So we're definitely at that time, man. And then the war got a precept that's going to show why we're at war right now.
I'm going to grab this since you quoted it. This is Joel 3 and 10. And it says, proclaim this. Well, I'm going to start at 9. It says, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. It says, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, and let the weak say, I am strong. Break it down.
Yeah, so you hear it say let the weak sound strong. So everybody right now, see, at one point it said, beat your pruning hooks and the spears and something else in the swords, you know, loosely paraphrasing. That's what everybody's doing right now, man. Instead of like making this world better and building agriculture, giving us like good food, GMO-free food. Everybody focus on war. Why is that? Because of these dang devils, Esau, Edom. Because he's always on war. He won't let the world be at peace. And the scriptures say, man, to him a great sword has been given. So since Esau is on war and trying to bring war everywhere, everybody else has to do the same in order to keep what you got. Because if you don't, Esau, Edom will show up and take everything you got, man.
Yeah, they said he was here to give take peace from the nations. What's that? Revelation 6 and 4.
Yeah, your red word. Yeah, you go ahead and get it up. Go ahead, break it down.
And then this is the book of Revelation, chapter 6, and verse 4. And it said, there went out another horse that was red.
And that red goes into Esau Edom, man. He's the red man, man. He born from the womb red. And almost everything he do is red. Like the Romans, they colors was red, everything. So that's a quick identifier of who the scriptures is speaking of.
They get red when they get mad. They get red when they're nervous. And it says, and power was given to him, and that sat thereon to take peace from the earth.
And what was his blessing, man? His blessing was the fatness of the earth. He rules this place right now. And it says Esau Edom been in rulership. Hey, what have he done so far? Take peace from the earth. We go around killing, stealing, bloodshedding, and war everywhere, man. America been at war almost this whole time in existence, man.
We can't forget about that blessing when Isaac gave him that sword, because he said, by thy sword thou shalt live.
And that's pretty much how Babylon the Great get down. Like they don't do good business. Esau doesn't thrive off of good business deals, contrary to popular belief, because he's smart. No, Esau thrives because of the sword. So all he does, he goes to other small countries, sets up a military, take their resource, and that's what he do over and over again, like in increments. Even in the Babylon the Great, when you look at Jake, you know, we had Black Wall Street, it was thriving. What did Esau do? He destroyed it. And then what did he do? He built his enterprise right on top of it. Right. And then like everything we had, he took it. Yep. They boosted Esau, man. They got Esau at the Great Depression.
Yeah. He took all the land from the natives.
God, the oil, resources. So he don't just do that over here. He does it overseas too. When you look at Africa, that country got, you know, ravaged. When you look at the European Edomites, you know, they just now got Europe out of there. Europe has been living off of African resources this whole time. Ever since the Hannibal Wars, and they called it since the Roman days, was Scipio Africanus, yeah, Roman general. He conquered Africa, and that's what made Europe the power that it is now. And then they empowered Babylon the Great. And that's all they do. They run around, see what you got, bomb you out, and take it. And now we're at the point where we're at the end of this thing. And now everybody's hip to what he does. And they're like, hey, I'll fight you back. You're not going to take my stuff. You're not going to take my women. You're not going to take my resources. None of that. And it is making also other countries starting to click up and ally. Like, hey, man, we need to get together, man. America going to, you know, take our stuff. So that's the only reason America, I like how you put that precept earlier. You quoted it, Bayan, where it was talking about in Genesis, where Esau be made fat. That's how he got fat. Because he done went and took everybody's resource. And then you look at the book of Maccabees, Alexander the Greek. He started that. Yeah. That's when Esau became great. You know, he went around as conquering, like, hey, I'm going to take your stuff. It's ours now. And they're now at the point where it's only a few players left that's like got their own stuff. And they got weaponry too.
It goes back into that precept for it said he coveted fields and take them by violence. Mm-hmm. And that's his whole MO. It's like if you ain't gonna run me that movie State Property, then Esau go around, get down or lay down. Nigga. You're gonna get down or you're gonna lay down. Right. And he's gonna take your shit, man, if you don't follow under his rule.
God. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring it out since you quoted it. This is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because of the power of their hand. Verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. You know, y'all want to break it down?
Man, that's beautiful right there, because he said he oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. When we're going back to the original, the spirit of Cain, when Cain said that this curse is more than he could bear, and he said he was a fugitive and a vagabond. So you really think about it, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, really don't have no resting place. He don't have no home. He's a wanderer. And that's why he does what he does. He wanders and he conquered many lands and he takes their land. You know, there's a precept in Psalm where they talk about how they call their land after their own name. They stole all of this land, all of the territories that they have control of now is stolen. And then they took on the heritage, basically calling themselves Japhetic people. And then you got those fake imposters over there calling themselves the true people of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. That's what these devils do, man. You know, and these are the original fire that being committed on the earth, man.
Once they take something, they're not satisfied with it. That's why the scripture said, what did it say? It said they never keep it at home. They always going around stealing shit, man, and trying to conquer shit.
And a big point Bayan made when he said those people over there, them small hatters, 1948ers, they're the reason World War III started. They're making Babylon the Great jump in that war. Why? Because they got the president caught up in them Island Man fires. And they're telling him, like, if you don't attack, you know, Iran, we're going to release these files. And it's like, we know it's something gruesome to where it's going to destroy that man's legacy. So he has to abide by what Netanyahu says and go ahead and spearhead that attack. And it's like, even American generals are saying, don't do it. They're saying, like, Babylon the Great ain't going to win this war. Right. They're telling this dude, like, man, you sending America to hell in the hot water, man. They can't win this war. And then Qatar and Saudi Arabia said they can't, even the United Kingdom said that they can't put their planes and their military equipment in them countries. So Babylon the Great has to strike from their own carriers and from like way from Babylon the Great. And you got to go back and forth on the war of attrition. They're going to lose that because Iran got home field advantage. Home field territory.
They got all the warriors that they need to fight this war.
Con. So, I like how you said that. That lets us know why Trump went and took Venezuela's oil. Right. Because he knew he had to prepare for this war that he about to fight now. So that's why the gas prices didn't go down for us, because that oil was secured for this war machine that's going on. You know? So they're doing this thing strategically, man. That's showing out. That's why I look at Esau like, your president is compromised. He's not doing America first. He's doing what the small hatters say first. You got it?
Yeah, I got
Go ahead and bring it out. Right on time.
Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord that he have taken against Edom, and his purposes that he have proposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them.
See that? Surely the least of the flock draw them out. Who's the least of the flock? It's the small hatters, the Amalekites. Because the Lord hates Edomites. And if he hates Edomites, he's going to hate who the most? The chief tribe of Edomites, which is who? The small hatters.
And you can't forget that the Lord said, he told Moses, he said, I will have war with Amalek from generation to generation.
Big one. Yeah, that's why, like, right now, that's the Lord who's going to war with. That's why the Amalekites move the way they move it, because they don't know where the hit gonna come from. You know, they scared. You know, they like, oh shoot. So what they doing? They pressing America, Babylon the Great, to make moves. And if they doing it, they're pissing off their other European counterparts. You know, Europe, NATO is like, hold up, take your time. Let's go slow with this. And that's now like, nah. Right now, my time is short. Like, we gotta go. So now you got Babylon. And you got the beast with the European Union, they bumping heads. Because you got to think the European Union, they lost their stuff first. Because Africa got independence from them. And then Babylon the Great didn't come to their defense. Babylon the Great said, I got other things to do. I got to serve the small hatters. I can't help you get your stuff back in Africa. You just lost it. So now the European Union look like, well, I ain't going to back you up. And your war then, you know, if that's the case, nah, you can't put your planes in my airport or none of that. You know, this is you.
Since you said that, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this Revelation 64 too, because I'm gonna read this part over again. It says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword."
Man, so they're giving him a great sword, man, which we already know that's Babylon the Great. And not only that, Russia got a great sword too. You know, Europe got it too. You know, and now it's the point where the Lord said Moab is the Lord's washpot. Moab, which is your Asian man, he got him too. And then, like, here's the whole thing. What I'm hearing, the rumor is Iran got him too.
Me and the dog was just talking in the car earlier, and we were just talking about how the U.S. really lost like 200 to 1,000 soldiers. That's what that was, and they trying to cover that shit up.
Yeah, they in the news. They sound about 3.
Yeah.
I knew it was more than that.
Yeah.
I know it was more than that. They took a lot of hits, man. That carrier got hit. USS Lincoln.
Yeah, Abraham Lincoln. He got hit with like 4 missiles or something.
Bases got hit.
Over 27 U.S. bases. And that's why all of these countries are starting to hate the Lord, man. Because Babylon the Great is they joined themselves with them. And since they joined themselves with them, now all the missiles are going to their places instead of hitting over here. They're like, hey man, we got to, nah, you gotta get up out of here.
Yeah, they looking so their deal ain't looking so good. Especially the Saudis.
I got a clip. This is Revelation 17 and 16. It says, and the 10 horns with sides upon the beast, these shall hate the whore. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall burn. It says, and eat her flesh and burn her with fire. That's why a lot of these places are going to turn on America, Babylon the Great. They're going to be like, damn, hey, you useless, man. Me being clicked up with you was making me a target, and shit, I don't got the finances and everything to back up to like come after you. So the next thing you know, shit, what? Turn on them.
Because the oil fields lost in Saudi, I bet that was a big hit, man. Because a lot of their money come off of oil. And they lost in that. And like a good point you made, Kadar, everybody, all they got to do is look at Ukraine. Ukraine had a deal with USA. USA was to protect Ukraine from any type of, threat. And then when it got real bad, what Pepper Grace said, hey, you on your own? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I got other moves to make. So sorry. This is all you're going to get. Going to get a couple tanks. Yeah, them little Patriot missiles. Them
Arabs is pissed right now over there in Dubai. That's a big tourist town. A lot of money, a lot of everything. They just got hit up just because of American Babylon the Great.
Got a little. Qatar did too. They just made all them deals for them planes. They gave Trump that plane, and then they got hit up because of their dealings with Babylon the Great. So, like you say, it ain't good to be with Babylon the Great. It's no longer tender and delicate. It used to be a good thing to be Babylon the Great. Like, oh, you with Babylon the Great? Oh, you good? Hey, ain't nobody gonna mess with me. I'm with America. Now you with America, hey, you getting bombed on. You know what I'm saying? Your infrastructure getting bombed on. Look like you should have teamed up with Russia. Ain't nobody messing with Russia, but everybody messing with whoever deal with Battle Break. Because really what it is, everybody's sick of the small habits. Because I know there's a big inquisition on them.
I got a quick one. This is Isaiah 12 and Isaiah 12 and 15. And it reads, everyone that is found shall be thrust through. Everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And everybody is feeling that, man. And the sword is coming. They over there hitting with missiles and everything. So if you clicked up with Babylon the Great and you joined to it, you're gonna get bombed up. And we're seeing that happen right now. And it's only gonna continue to happen as World War III increase.
As it increases, what's else going to increase? It's gonna be them sorrows. That's their woe going into. Because right now, we just seeing like the beginning of it. A little couple of jabs. You know, the fight first start. Yeah. Haymakers will come out. They throw a little couple jabs. Kind of run around the ring, test each other, fill out. Yeah, sizing them up. Yeah. That's what they did. The miss right there, they was sizing each other up.
Because Iran was talking about, they call that cleaning out the closet. They used all their old missiles and shit just to overwhelm their systems and just to get rid of those so they can start hitting them with the big shit.
God, so it's gonna get way worse, man. Like you're gonna see things like when you look at Babylon the Great, the farm industry is already like up in smoke based on what Trump did with the immigration and the tariff. So you got sleeper cells over here, y'all. You got sleeper cells. So at any time they can activate the sleeper cells and like burn up like millions of dollars of crop. That'll hurt Babylon the Great. They could blow up trucking centers or distribution centers. That'll hurt Babylon the Great.
Stuff on fire.
God, substations. Matter of fact, stuff is on fire. We don't even know if that's them. Because I know Oklahoma had a national, emergency because of wildfires, and it was like the wildfires with crops and stuff too. So that could be them Iranians. We don't know. They doing what the small hatters do. Small hatters burning stuff up too. So we definitely at that point where sorrow is going to be multiplied. So this is time to really get your act together, get whatever supplies you need, I look for prices to start skyrocketing, but you got that price gouging. Like alcohol might go up. The daily household items you usually get for the cheap might go up. Gas probably gonna go up. Matter of fact, yeah, I know it's gonna go up because it happened during that time when I was a sophomore in high school when they fought Iraq and Afghanistan. Just when gas prices went up and never came back down. You know, we was young. I was a sophomore in high school.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Gas was cheap, and then all of a sudden it went up, and it never went back right. And I think this war gonna be way bigger than that one. During the 9/11, this is gonna be way more bigger than that. So if everybody thought like, oh, ain't nothing gonna happen, it's gonna be all right. Nah, man, this stuff is about to turn up. It's about to get real crazy out here, and I think it's just getting started. You know, we're at the beginning stages of World War III, and in World War III with us, hell happens. Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is gonna be in the midst, man, because Esau, he gonna throw a fit. Because right now Esau is looking like, dang, I'm about to lose a war. I can't win. You know, Esau been demoralized. They know they're not gonna win this World War III. You ain't got to tell them that. Esau knows that. So he might just go shoot up a supermarket. He might shoot up a movie theater, shoot up a school. Why? Because his kingdom is about to be up in smoke, man. He's gonna come down with great wrath because the time is short. Like Esau know, like they're not coming out this on top.
That's why they gotta implement that the MOTV. Our temptation is gonna be right along with the Jacob's trouble before World War III admits in its totality and its fullness, man. So I got a clip when they go into that. This is Matthew 24:6. And it says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right now, these are just wars and rumors. Like it ain't the full whole big end all be all war yet, because we still gotta wait for certain prophecies to be fulfilled all the way. And it says rumors of wars and rumors of wars. It says, see that ye not be troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we still got a little time left to get right if you ain't right, man. Hey, you got to be smart these times, man, and get yourself together with the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because just because it ain't yet, it's gonna happen.
It's tearing. Said even though it's tearing, wait for it to surely come. Lose your paraphrase. Exactly. Now, like you said, basically you need to be in the spirit of repentance. The doors of mercy is about to close. So that means we're not too far from framing of the word. Esau might lose the narrative. The war propaganda might be going so strong, he just say, hey, martial law, man. Hey, cut the internet off. They said they cut the internet off and blame it on Iran. There's a lot of scenarios Esau Edom could do right now because he has the active enemy.
And Esau Edom likes to keep the nation in America docile. So he could cut the internet out so you won't even see what's going on. And they use the propaganda like, yeah, we winning the war when they really getting their ass kicked.
And that's a good point right there too, because when you actually do the research on those sleeper cells, they have a mission plan to destroy the infrastructure, to where they can cut off the lights and stuff like that too. And that's one thing to think about with those sleeper cells that they got over here.
And like you said, if they cut off the power, that cuts off the internet. You ain't got no power. And that causes chaos. The power stays.
Remember, they cut off the water. Nobody ain't gonna be able to drink water like that, especially in the city, the urban areas.
And I'm gonna do a lesson on a good example of that. Babylon the Great is ravaging Cuba right now. Doing that. Cuba's in the dark right now. They ain't got no water and no light. It's been off for a couple months. And then Russia tried to send in some aid, and guess who cut the aid off? Babylon the Great America. Cut the aid and took the aid, man. So it's war on all fronts, and that's a media blackout ain't nobody really talking about. Because I'm gonna do a lesson on that and then bring it up, because I done found some little tidbits. But they trying to, because I remember Trump talking about he wanted to go to war with Cuba. He wanted Cuba and he wanted Colombia. And right now, what they did, they cut the lights off in Cuba. And they saying, like, reports I'm hearing is saying that they in like utter chaos right now. It's like apocalyptic, because they ain't had no lights, and they said the sewage is backing up in the country, and diseases everywhere.
That goes into pestilence.
The pestilence is spreading. So that's the Lord plaguing the world right now. The world is getting plagued. You got pestilence, you got the sword. And what does he say? He said the sword, and then the famine about to hit. So famine, sword, and pestilence is about to be running amok throughout the whole world. And it's all because of, Esau Edom. Babylon the Great. And the Lord is doing that because the way all they're going to do is they're going to destroy themselves. is what Esau's doing. Because one thing about Jake, we've been in survival mode. I know that Jake can make, especially if you got the Lord behind you. You got your house shall shine your life, and you part of the whole elect, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Lord gonna like see you through this thing. But if you just a 2/3 and you looking for Muhammad, Buddha, witchcraft, or whatever the hell, you know, the universe is one, like you in some straight trouble, man. This destruction is for you.
And the Lord said, "Hey, call on the God what you had called on." That's what He gonna tell you. Cause the minute that when this shit hit the fan, that's when the Lord gonna shut up all His prophets, and then you gonna be those same individuals out here, you know, crying because you ain't got no food, you can't eat. When you had that liberty, as the scripture said, those who had yet liberty would not take heed to the word of Luke the paraphrasing. They abuse my way, but yet they must have death by pain.
That's when Jake gonna go into that Amos 8 and 11 and 12, where they're gonna be trying to seek the prophets and they ain't gonna be nowhere to be found.
Yeah. But the Lord gonna have them put up. And even if you do happen to run into the prophet ain't gonna be able to speak to you. Because he gonna what's that preacher when it's the mouth don't preach. Yeah. We ain't gonna be able to speak. We ain't gonna have enough time. It's gonna be so much chaos. Like why when I'm gonna try to break down the precept to you, put it flying around our head. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Say you missed it.
You missed the opportunity.
We trying to give it to you freely. You know, you despise it. Really, they talk shit about us right now.
Yeah.
They be all them dumb niggas with them dresses on. And I didn't just treat me out how they say all that, but yeah, you got all this activity going on. And now it's really hard to say that. You got Island Man files, you got World War III popping off, fame in other countries telling you they're in dire situations because of, you know, the Edomites. And you can just tell the world is getting more and more tense, angry. People unaliving people over road rage and stuff, man. You know, people get unalive. So the love of many is waxing cold because, you know, iniquities abound. You know, this devil ain't stopped. He's still trafficking people. All they did is move the operations somewhere else, another island somewhere else. And then the war they started is because of that. That's a distraction. You know, they trying to, hey, man, watch the war with Iran while he over here, hey, man, I got 50 more African children. Right. You know, they'll make some good. He got a good heart. You know, I know you needed a heart, you know, Johnson. And stuff like that. They still doing that, man. They're not going to stop until Yahushua shuts Esau, Edom down.
Come down and shut down his whole infrastructure. That's what we've been waiting on.
God, and we're at that point. Because how we know? Because we're at the start of World War III. So that's that marker where you know you get real, real close. And you know you're getting close too. This devil talking about UFOs and stuff. And disclose, you know, alien classifiers. I'm like, oh, now you want to open this up. So get ready for that deception. So right now, Esau, they're in their secret councils trying to see which way they're going to play it. Like, how are we going to spend the public? And we already know the whole reason they spend the public because in the back of it is how are we going to get them to get this digital ID tracker, which is the mark of the beast. That's the whole point. They're trying to say, like, how can we get them to take this little thing on? That way we can track and keep track of the Goyim, as they call us. Like, keep track of the Goyim and make sure we know where they at. Because he's scared. Like, he saw them, like, did so much dirt that he don't know where it's coming from. He's scared of everybody. He's looking at the Arabs. Oh, shit, what you going to do? He's looking at the Asians. Oh, shit, what you going to do? He's looking at Africans. Oh, shit. And then, you know, you're looking at Jake. Like, I've been scared of Jake. Like, hey, man, don't go call Yahushua on me, man. Like, you know, man, here's some bread, man. Here's a stimulus check, man. You know what I'm saying? Here's a stimmy. Here's some cartoons. Here's some rap beef. Hey, 50 Cent banging with T.I.'s son. Y'all watch that. Worry about that. Here's a boxing match, UFC, NBA. Hey, y'all start fighting again and dunking, whatever you got to do. Football, forget CTE, knock they blocks off. We gotta get some distractions going on, man.
It ain't gonna work. But it ain't gonna work for the elect. The elect gonna be like, hey, yo, Richard, don't pop it not in the day of your wrath, you damn devil.
Yeah, we got our eye on the devil, man. We watching. We like, oh no, you ain't gonna throw me off that. Like, I'm watching you be in trouble. I'm watching you sweat. I'm watching your dollar be all crimped up and crumpled up. Watching you done lost all your allies. You in trouble. I'm watching how the whole world hates you. Even your own women hate you. Either my women, I don't feel safe with white men. I'm like, dang, man. Like, they don't feel safe with you.
Yeah, that was that last you did. Right? I was like, damn. She said she feel uncomfortable around a group of white men. You feel more safe around Jay?
Times is turning. That great rap right there. So they, but we gotta show our women we tough. Go blow that country up. Do that nigga got missiles? We got missiles.
Right.
Did you forget? We got M16s. We got grenades. Niggas don't have that. Pookie ain't got that. Ray ain't got that. So recognize why you on this pink pecker, you know? And she all like, I don't give a damn. Like, that you unsafe. You pew everything. I'm gonna go over with Jake. He got good barbecue and he got some good rod.
You got a target on your back.
Exactly. She don't want to. It's like rolling with a nigga that like owe a lot of people money. You got to ride in the car with. You don't want to get in the car with.
Guilty by association.
Yeah. I ain't get in the car with you, man. All North Side is after you.
It was only right the Lord called them a fugitive, because that's how fugitives live.
You get up in the back of mine, man. And that's another thing. That's why they can't. That's why they always stealing people's identity, because they can't use their true identity. This is why they bringing up these they paying these propaganda campaign, because when we point them out, you Esau Edom, you Esau, you the devil, you Esau the Bible. Now they got to get these campaigns to try to bring back that lie that they once told. And now they digging a bigger and bigger hole, man. You know. And real quick, there's a quick precept is Proverbs 26 and 27. It says, "Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein, and he that rolleth a stone, it will return upon him." All right, and that's exactly what we're looking at. This is why we telling you these devils don't nobody want to be around them. Just like the Ark behind yard just said earlier, their own women don't want to be around them because everybody's out there. You know, every time they shoot a missile, get missile shot right back at them. Every time you do any dirt that you do for now on, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, you devil, it's coming right back on you.
Man, I got one right here. This is Psalm 17 and 13. It says, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." Man. So Lord, let us know who sways that sword, who runs that sword. And then, like King David, we saying the same thing King David said. We saying, "Oh Lord, arise and disappoint him, cast him down." So we want Esau out of here, man. We're ready for Esau to bite the dust, man, so we can get a peaceful life and not have to worry about looking over our shoulder and worried about what we eating and what we doing and worrying about our children. And he said, the sword, man, that's how the Lord like cleanses people. You know, with that sword. When he mad at a group of people, he's saying Edomites their way. Because what did Esau do? He don't handle nothing diplomatic, nothing talk about it. All Esau do is, hey, plow, 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 and kill with the sword. That's all that devil know how to do. That's his language. That said, yeah, exactly. He a caveman. He the club thing. He the ooga booga. You know? That's all he understands. So you really want to like talk to an Edomite, make him understand, you got to smack him upside the face. Yeah. Because that's all he understands is violence.
Give him some blood.
Yeah, that's it. They said you got like the one brother did on the camera. Remember he took a little BB gun, had to whop. Yeah. He's like, look at you, you're leaking. You know what I'm saying?
He tried to apologize.
Yeah, he did. He came back. Yeah. Hey, knocked some sense. That's it. That's the only thing he understands. He didn't understand it at first. Right. So the brother had to give him an attitude adjustment. He had to speak his language. He tried to talk to him cool at first. Remember, he's like, man, we from the same tribe. Yeah. Whoop, if you're native and calm down, you're drunk. He wasn't understanding that until he had to, go ahead and give him that good, that whooping. Because that's all Esau knows, violence, man. He's the sword. And right now, that sword is not looking as strong as it used to be. So now Esau, and like his comfort came from his sword because he lived by that. So his sword started not like you said earlier. He shoot a missile, they shoot fire back. He didn't used to have to deal with that. He used to shoot the missile and everybody getting scared and start signing deals. Yeah, they start signing deals to do what we call a regiment change. Because that's what he's trying to force Iran to do, and they're not doing it.
Man, that's the spirit. Because we did read an article earlier where Trump came out and made an announcement talk about Iran want to sit down and talk. You goddamn devil, that's goddamn lie. They just shot out 127 bases, and you saying they want to sit down and talk. Everybody sit down and talk.
And they said in the report they killed their leader. Yeah. No, that's true. I think it's like two of them. Might do another follow-up lesson on that. It was a general. And then they said they killed the leader. I can't pronounce his name. But then I heard another report say that he ain't dead. So I'm like, okay, we just gotta wait and see. Right now they bragging.
That prime minister, they said that one been confirmed.
Okay, so yeah, dude is gone. He up out of here. I don't think they gonna let that go like that. Like you take out my leader, well, we'll see. But looking at the scriptures, I don't see this thing slowing down. I think this is only going to escalate because they've been killing. Trump killed a general there since his first term. When he's president, a drone strike, he took out one of their leaders. So it's like, soon as he got in office, you tell the smart headers on his butt, man. All he do is just key in on Iran, and take out they leadership. And I think Iran is so smart; they got contingency plans in place. Like one leader get knocked off, they got another dude assume the position because they know how Babylon the Great get down. So that's why I think they looking like Hydra. You cut off one head, here come another head.
Because Putin, he told they leader to like come to Russia, and he was like, nah, my people in their house, we're gonna be in our house. So he knew it was a chance he might get got, but he had somebody else behind him. So if he did get got, they'll hit that button. In America, they wasn't expecting that goddamn that force to be shown that much, man. They over there mad. They didn't know Iran had that type of capability. And now that it's the Rami that precept, everybody is looking like how America is weak. Where it's that the hammer of the earth is broken asunder, loosely paraphrasing. It's showing that the hammer is not as strong as it used to be.
I go get that precept real quick. That's the book of Jeremiah. As we quoted it. Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 23. And it says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How will Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
And that's exactly what's going to happen to Babylon the Great when World War III kick off all the way up. It's going to get hit with hella missiles and be a desolation. But right now we're seeing Babylon don't got that same force in his hit no more. He ain't got that power no more like he once had. So where you throw he'll hit your ass with some type of missile and everybody will back down. Everybody got the same. Everybody the weak saying they strong now. Everybody got the same capabilities, man, and even better now.
And this next precept will back you up right here too, Kadar, because you mentioned that Babylon didn't know that Iran had all the capabilities. This is verse 24. And it said, I have laid a snare for thee, and thou art also taken, O Babylon, thou art waste, not aware, thou art found also caught, because thou hast striven against the Lord, Yahweh Shah. Man, and that right there, he said, thou art caught. So they got caught off guard with all of those missiles. And then he said, thou hast striven against the Lord, Yahweh Shah, meaning that you constantly kept attacking the people. You constantly kept attacking Yahweh. So if you touch the apple of the Lord's eye, he got to render that recompense unto you. You know, and that's exactly what happened. And this is why you're getting your judgment now. It's because the devil, it keep not only coming up against the Lord, you see people that make a mockery of the prophets out on the highways and hedges. Now the Lord ain't forgot about how everybody coming up against the Hebrew Israelites in all of them social media campaigns. You know, I by our yard just did a lesson about a week ago when it said a lot of those people coming up against the Hebrew Israelites getting paid $7,000. You paid them motherfuckers to do that. And now the Lord about to get you for that, man.
Probably gave Drewski millions.
Yeah.
And he had a whole stick. You know, even he got involved in it. He probably got like $1 million bag to do it.
And that's why the Lord is making Babylon look crazy now.
They really look crazy, especially them Island Man files. Remember, everything used to be a conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
And now everything they start saying, oh man, it's true. Hollywood is really like that. Oh man, the brother on the block was right. And Esau's been exposed greatly right now. To where even his own women don't even like him. Like they like, I'm done with white dudes. Like y'all unsafe. Y'all a bunch of child molesters. Y'all all the wickedness because of white men. And that's the Island Man files started that. And that's also why we in World War III right now, because of Island Man files. Your boy Donald Trump is in there. And he know it. So he has to do what Netanyahu say do in order to keep his image, you know, good. Even though I think his image took major hits. Like MAGA is divided. MAGA is divided right now.
And the next precept is going to break it down even further. Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord, Yahweh has opened his army and have brought forth the weapons of his indignation. For this is the work of the Lord, Yahweh, power of hope, in the land of the Chaldeans. You know, and that right there, and they gonna escalate even further. And he said, in the land of the Chaldeans, which the Chaldeans basically the Greek word for Edom. So he saw Edom was about to get that destruction, and that destruction getting ready to come right here in America. And so expect that. And this right here that we're telling you, the Lord said He's about to destroy America, aka Babylon. But He opened up the weapons, He opened up His army for His indignation. His indignation is righteous anger. Your sins have reached into heaven. You know, but y'all about to start saying that in the book of Revelation, the 18th chapter.
The climax of World War III is going to be them ICBM missiles being launched, which is going to create that great fire that's going to cleanse, you know, the world. As he said, the first time destroyed the world by water, the second time is going to be by fire. And we know how that fire is. It tells you in the scriptures, it's like a mighty archer shot an arrow from one end of the earth to the other. That's going to be the ICBM. They're going to come to that point after the MOTB gets made mandatory and stuff gets so bad. They're just going to launch missiles everywhere. That's why you have to be on a chariot to invade that second death.
Right, 26. You just go different down right here. Jeremiah 50 and 26. Come against her from the utmost border, open her storehouses, cast her up as a heap, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left.
Nothing be left, gonna be all burnt up, man. Lord got to cleanse the earth. And it's so dirty this time, and they can't do it by water. When something's like real dirty, like biohazard, hey, flamethrower is the only option. You know, it has to be burnt up. Fire is it's the most #1 cleansing agent. You know, fire undoes purity even in metals. You know, they put metal in fire to clean that up. So that's how dirty it is at this point. That's the climax of it. And that's why we tell everybody getting this truth, because you need to be in a chariot to avoid that. You don't have $1 billion bunker like Edomites do. That's how they're going to avoid it. They're going to avoid it by bunkers. We're going to avoid it by chariots. And Jake be trying to break their neck, trying to get bunkers like Esau, not knowing your stuff ain't going to work, like Rick Ross.
They're going to get other people a bunker in America on the places that's going to be destroyed. Right. That bunker going to be your grave.
God.
They're trying to microwave.
God, it's not deep enough. It's not like $1 billion trillion bunker, like, you know, like that movie that show on Hulu, Paradise. Like Jake ain't got nothing like that. And then Esau, all he doing is preserving himself to go into slavery. You know, when the world is all burnt up, you know, the Lord gonna send us back down on them chariots. We're gonna come cleanse the world. We're gonna pull Esau out of them bunkers, and they're gonna get to work, man. So why not? That's what nigga Jake. Why not choose the Lord instead of Jake? We trying to like, well, I gotta get my money up. Like, bro, your money will never get to that level. Esau already got stuff in place to make sure you'll never be a billionaire.
You don't want to feel that second death, that death by pain. Because the scriptures went into like when the nuclear missiles hit, it said your eyes will consume away in your head, your tongue in your mouth. You literally melting, boy. Like that movie Terminator 2, I think it was.
With that hold on that gate.
Yeah. Just disintegrated, man.
Sarah Connor. Yeah. I like how it's called Judgment Day. Terminator 2 Judgment Day. So they love to show you Esau been knew about this a long time ago and put it in the film. And Jake didn't like take no heat of it. Then you can think about Terminator. That mug was about chips and robots. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what we dealing with now. Like I said, that should show what Esau working with, man. Esau got Terminators, man. He gonna put them suckers online. Like, man, go get these prominent Jakes. Go get this world leader. They probably use some of that against Venezuela. There's something about how sci-fi was, how they got took over. It's probably gonna try to hit Iran like that. And Iran, like, shit, I'm call China up. They got stuff like that too. And we're gonna see cyber warfare, robotic warfare. You already seen that drone.
There was a report. They did mention some of them drones that attacked some of them cities as well too. Some of them bases too. So they took out drones.
I seen it. I showed a little footage. I probably do more or less on it, but I seen it. It was like them big old drones, man. They just went kamikaze style and just went and just blew the stuff up.
I heard them drones have facial recognition on them.
God, they do. They do. I seen that. And like I said, that's why he wants the MOTB to go out. Because if you got an MOTB in your system, he ain't got to chase you or none of that stuff. He can just punch in the computer, zeroing in on your microchip.
They got you triangulated.
Yeah, the triangle, there it go. Just like that. I ain't got to come out my seat or come out my office to go hit this Jake, he already got my device in his body. So that's what we dealing with right now. And so we telling Jake, this is your last call for alcohol, man. Get this truth, get this word, get this truth, and get this wisdom out to understand it, and get you some works, and then make sure your faith is sufficient, and maybe you can avoid that second death. Because like I said, you don't want to burn up to death, man. Burning up to death, starving to death, that's some very bad judgment right there. And you don't have to go through that, man, because you're a Hebrew Israelite. All you got to do is seek the Lord and put your best foot forward. We tell Jake that. That's why we out here to spread that truth and let Jake know that the Lord loves you, and you need to do what you need to do to show love back to him, and you could be part of the first fruits, man. And that's a lovely thing right there, to come down with a fresh start. You ain't got to punch the clock no more. Ain't no eating by talking about, hey, nigger, what are you doing, nigger? None of that, you know. We're gonna get everything gonna be fresh again, man. Good agriculture, you know, real food, real water. We're gonna do things, man. We're gonna be in a very advanced civilization, very advanced, man. And I'm so ready to see what that looks like. That's why I do what I do. Well, all of us brothers up here do what we do, so that we can be a part of that. And then you can tell we not, you know, selling no wolf tickets, because you see the prophecies coming to play. You see World War III coming to play. You see Donald Trump done messed this country up and got famous about to come. This dude done messed up the cheap workforce labor. And you can tell this country's about to belly up.
Man, speaking of the cheap workforce labor, they got rid of, they finally terminated the union for the IRS. So what that means, if the union get terminated, that means that they can fire whoever they want. They can fire people unlawfully. So it's gonna be more people that without jobs. So that's gonna create even more chaos. So that we just talking from the war to the individual. Like Babylon the Great is on fire, man. Like all of this stuff going on right now is a wrap, man. You know, and you can't possibly be trying to stay in this place when it's basically being destroyed from the inside out. You know? And that's the prophecy right there. What he said, a house divided against itself shall not stand. Babylon the Great, America, is divided against itself. It's getting ready to fall, man.
You can see all the signs, man, all the cracks in the boat. You can see it starting to sink.
I'm talking about from the kingdom, you know, because you got Democratic versus Republican, then all the way down to individual households. That's how bad it is. It's divided all the way from the top all the way to the bottom.
They in Congress fighting with each other. They can't get nothing together, man. They fighting with their people overseas, the Europeans. Man, they fighting with them Edomites. They're divided.
You got some councils going up to there, and they over here saying they comparing America to, because you know you got them island files. You got people in Europe. The people that were caught on the fire, they went and persecuted them. They got them on charges right now. And then you got a councilman, I forget his name. He said, "What is America doing? Why is America not attacking this?" So they divided behind that. Why we not persecuting people that's on the island files that's over here?
Attorney General Pam Bondi said that she persecuted people on the island man file. She said Babylon the Great, America will collapse.
It's already collapsing. What's the point? That's just dumb.
Basically said, keep it up so we can get to continue to steal y'all's money.
Right.
Continue to collect taxpayer money. We're gonna prop it up, but I can't give y'all no bodies, because then we gonna have nobody. She basically told on all of this.
Right.
So that's why Trump mad at her right now. She shouldn't have said nothing. She should have been quiet.
They're just kicking the can down the road.
Yeah. Exactly what they doing. And they kicking the can done fell off the road.
Yeah,
the can is gone. Yeah, now they gotta sit down like, we gotta shoot some missiles at this point. Like, we gotta do something. Like, it's bad right now. So they ain't got that. They're kicking the can. They was doing that during 9/11.
Right.
The can is gone right now. Now they like, man, launch the missiles, and they're gonna keep doing that sequence of missile attacks until like it just gets greater and greater. Like I said earlier, over the camp, that right now this is the little stuff. As we go forward, they're gonna start getting. You're gonna see the ICBM missiles come out. Right now, this just to say this is little missiles. That's why Iran just hit the countries in the Middle East. They didn't launch none over in America, not yet, but they will. You know, that's instead of ICBMs gonna come out right now. We just hit little missiles to show, we don't like what you're doing, like
Little missiles and drones.
yeah. But in a minute, we're gonna, hey, what's they call it? The Russia got Satan 2. When the Satan 2 missiles come out, the ICBMs, then it's gonna get real ugly, man. You're gonna see like city blocks get taken out, man. Like neighborhoods go out, like not just like a building, no, a whole 5-mile stretch of housing projects is gone. A whole city is gone, a county is gone. And that's gonna have everybody like in a petrified fear when that happens. And that's why I sound like what Beyonce said. That's when they're gonna be like seeking the prophets. They're gonna be like, oh, what the Bible say? What it say now? If you turn on the news, you hear a county that went up in smoke. You're gonna be like, are we next?
Hey.
The whole state got blew up.
Yeah.
You got them Jakes over there in Dubai over there complaining because they in the mix of it.
Yeah, can't come back.
Yeah.
That's it. See, Jay, that show, like you said, that show Jake ain't paying attention to problems.
Right.
Like, this is not the time to be going out the country for vacations and stuff. It's not birth time. This is boat down the latches, like, get ready time, brace for impact. I'm not gonna be in I'm not going to no goddamn boat cruise in World War III popping off.
See, that's Ecclesiastes. That's Ecclesiastes. The Lord said it's a time for everything. And Jake don't even know what time they're in, man.
Exactly.
It said it's a time of peace and it's a time of war, man. We in that time of war. It also says it's a time of love, a time of hate. So Jake over there in a time of love and mirth and shit, trying to kick it. Whenever it's a time of hate, a time of war.
Goddamn love boat. Goddamn carnival cruise.
In Mexico.
Yeah, you got submarines. You got submarines like in active like weapons hot. You got submarines underwater weapons hot. You got battle cruisers floating around weapons hot. Like this ain't constant ready. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it might be China coming up, America coming up, and your little cruise ship, everybody partying and drinking, y'all in the middle of it, and they ain't gonna say, hey, wait till that cruise ship go by and then shoot missiles. Nah, we busting right now. That's casualties of war. Shouldn't have been out there.
Go ahead and read it since Aquadad quoted it earlier. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 2. And it said, it is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. But that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. And it said, notice how it said it's better to go in the house of mourning. When you're in the house of mourning, and you got to really think about it. Like, was that for you? Just in your personal life, you made a big mistake. That's the spirit of mourning. And the reason why it's better to be in the house of mourning because you become more aware. You become more aware of your mistake. You start to think about your action before you make them that time. That's what the house of mourning represents. But when you're in the house of feasting, you're distracted. You're not paying attention to your surroundings, and that's a bad place to be in, especially in this time, man. So yeah, man. So this is what we're telling you. These are the scriptures that we need to be in. And I brought that up. There's a time and a place for everything under heaven, which that's in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. When you go into the 8th one, it says a time to love and a time to hate, and a time to peace and a time of war. And so when you really look at that prophecy, ask yourself what time it is. I ain't talking about a time as it's currently 4:26 p.m. No, I'm talking about the time which is in the prophecy. What time is it right now? And that's what and when you recognize that's when you need to be, prepared. All of these scriptures that come to mind when you prepare for what time it is, man. You got to get ready.
It's time to seek the Lord. Right? That's what time we're in now. It's time to seek the Lord. Hey, button down and get what you can get. Get in with the prophets. Get all the scriptures you need. Because you need to know the law. You need to know the law. Because the Lord is not going to save no Israelite that don't know the law. If you don't know the law, you really don't know the Lord. You don't know what he likes and what he don't like. The Lord looking like you got to know what I like and what I don't like. That way, when I preserve you and I put you back in this earth, you create that Garden of Eden for me. I can't serve no kid Ray. He don't know what the Lord like. You can't be, hey, man, is this long going down? Is this thing? You don't know the Lord. And there's a time where you need to know the Lord, man. You need to really have a personal relationship with the Lord They know the Lord because now the Lord is about to open up with war. There's gonna be a lot of killings, man. We got ICE agents running around. There's gonna be war recruits for ICE agents, especially as Edomite men become lonely and their wives leave them. He ain't got no less to live for. So what he gonna do? Sign up for ICE? You know, I get some money and I get to go knock up, beat up Jake. Exactly. Yeah, my wife just let me for this black dude or this Mexican.
Hey, they gonna
sign up for ICE. So I can go in and pew them up. Because what I got to lose, I done lost my wife and my kids. She done divorced me, took the money. You know, land with this dude. That's what Trump's looking through. He gonna scoop up all them old demoralized Edomites that ain't got nothing. Come sign up for ICE. Be part of the New World Project 2025. We're going to cleanse this place and make it white again. That's what he's promising them. And even that is looking bleak because even Esau looking like, man, you can't deliver that. You can't deliver that. They're like, what other choice I got? Might as well.
And those ICE agents are a lot of foreign soldiers. They're not even
Come.
a lot of time.
I heard IDM. Small house.
Yeah, idea. Yeah.
And they don't care. They come right over here. They don't give a damn about no American. They've been wanting to shed the children, you know, of Israel's blood. So they'll come over here like, oh, y'all can't wait till I bust in the house to see a family of Jake. So I'm gonna just lay them out.
And that's the spirit that you've seen that too, because when you say they small hatted, you can't forget like the history of these damn small hatted. They the reason why we came into captivity in America. They the one that invested into the slave ship. Like these small hatted is the worst of Edom. Yeah. So the fact that they in the ICE agent, that should tell you something. That you really should be seeking the Lord, man. You really should, man.
Especially women that said Eve's.
Yeah.
Say Eve, the main one, want to party and be in some mirth and be chilling. You try to tell her, hey man, seek the Lord, baby. You gotta seek the Lord. Oh, nigga, shut that old Bible thumping stuff up, you lame nigga. Yeah. I need a real nigga with a smoke sack.
And you got them other Eve, they call themselves defectors. Be chopped up by them old damn Edomite shit.
They dumb. Yeah. So, like, go ahead. You go ahead and run right to that though. That's they real brain dead right there. Edomite woman saying, I ain't dealing with him.
Yeah, at least he should got some sense up. But them, like, they fucking, damn.
I cheer that on though. That's the Lord cleanse. We don't need those type of things anyway. All they did was give us hell anyway. All them booty kissing, ass kissing Eve. Go right to that devil. I already know what he about to do. The devil stressed out. He up for drinking Don Julio. He about to light her up and chop up into a bunch of pieces.
And tell her what.
Exactly. So these women at ease, these children gonna come crosshairs, you know, that ain't got no covering. Because Esau still looking for the trafficked children. And you know, these families been broken up. That's what ICE is doing. It's getting out
man. Hey, when shit hits the fan, that's the perfect time too.
Yeah, that's the perfect time. Yeah. Yeah, anybody gonna be, hey, you can't be me over here. It's war right now.
Man, that's what happens in Ukraine right now. That's what's happening in Ukraine. There's a bunch of missing kids and women. There's war. And that's what's gonna happen over here when there's war.
We already had a taste of it down Hurricane Katrina. Like, what do you think was going on down that time? They heard documentaries out about that, where they was trying to catch the bus so they can ride the bus to Texas or whatever place they were going, and them Edomites would shoot at them, you know?
And that's the worst thing you think about. Yeah. That was war right there. That was, man, they got hit with a natural disaster, and Esau took advantage of it. Yeah. And they was basically like,
and they were barbecuing every time they got a day, they were barbecuing, celebrating at the end of the night. That's what these devils really want to do, man.
Just wait till the power goes out and the internet goes out. You can't call 911.
Yeah. Hey, as soon as that happens, you might, hey, and see, and this is just in the worst case scenario, you know, because you might be at work when this shit happens. Yeah. You just got to be prepared, man. You got to call on the Lord after that. You know.
So war, that's it. You might be at work now, so you hear that broadcast, and all of a sudden, you know, missiles is flying. You see the other missiles trying to intercept the missiles. You know, so you might be in the driving on your way home, and all of a sudden, a missile hit above you. You know, that showed them my lesson I did, y'all swallow. Like, them people are around running for their lives in the street. Because the missiles just flying in different places, man. There's certain people probably just in the house eating their dinner and all of a sudden, boom! You know, instant judgment. So we're in that time the Lord is doing stuff like that. So you got to be prayed up and pray to the Lord there because that's coming over here. It's coming over here, man. I'm just waiting on when it's going to hit the news and how, you know, the public going to react off of it. That's why they run the distraction so aggressive right now. Like, who the hell give a damn about 50 Cent and T.I. son banging? What the hell? It's real shit going on. They all like, no, you think going to win? And all right, take get the hell out of my face with that shit. Then you got, well, I'm over talking about Iran and, you know, USA. He talking about some goddamn 50 Cent T.I. son and T.I. You know, they should do a verse. Like, dude. So I tell you them jakes like that, man, they not ready. They gonna cry like men ain't gonna turn into women during World War III. This is how bad this war gonna get. You're gonna see grown men crying, blowing snot books.
That's boxy right there, man.
Because they're not ready. And then I know there's another reason why, you know, Babylon Great is gonna lose this war. They're demoralized. Americans don't want to fight this war because they already know the purpose of it. See, other wars, they was all fighting like, oh, we fighting for our country. This one, they like, oh, we fighting to protect a bunch of pedophiles. I don't want to fight for that.
Protect the small hatters.
There was a Navy ship or something. Didn't want to fight her. Was in the overseas in the waters too long. And they stuffed up they sisters with T-shirts and shit.
That was the Gerald Ford. They're carrying. The U.S. Gerald Ford had a plumbing issue and the shit piled all up.
They stuffed that shit up just because they didn't want to fight, and so they could go back to land and dock and stuff.
And look, they need that carrier. George Ford, I think, been in commission for a minute. Like, so, you know, lost a carrier. When the guy hit, you better get that for going to fight. Yeah, I already know. I already know you're going to get. Because they really don't want to fight. They did a survey. The American public does not want this war with Iran. This is only happening because of the Israeli government. It's forcing America's hand. The only reason why this war is happening. And so you got soldiers who don't want to fight this war. That's demoralizing. Because Russia, they amped up. Russia, like, we fight for Mother Russia. Czechoslovakia. China fighting for, you know, the pride of their country. Like, you know, forget about Iran fighting for their lives. You know? They fighting to stay alive. Africa fighting back to get their resources back. They're going to team up whoever get them help. It's looking like Russia.
Keep France out, see that they already,
Yeah. So they fight for, you know, what they lost their resources. So they know they coming with it. They got a leader. What's that? Abraham Traore. They got a leader. They all amped up. The only people I notice is not amped up in this war is Babylon the Great. Babylon the Great is looking like, man, I'm not. You got Jacob. I see how much do a video. Jacob here trying to decide how to get out the military. She talking about I signed up for the benefits.
too much merch. That's it.
I ain't trying to go to war. She's crying and stuff. Like, what signed up for?
Yeah, this is Jeremiah 50 and Jeremiah 51 and 30. It says, the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have returned into their hosts. Their might, it says, their might have failed. They become as women. They have born. It says they have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken.
Ooh, that's a big man. Her bars are broken. The borders is wide open. Build her dwelling places, telling you that fire is coming, and these men have become like women, man. You look at Babylon the Great, they done ran that LGBT agenda so strong, they don't have mighty men no more. A lot of these dudes are soft as I don't know what, man.
Soft.
Especially you look at Gen Z.
What they say, soft as baby shit.
Yeah, everything is soft, man. And now you got to do a big major war with a bunch of dudes who carry purses.
Babylon the Great is going to go into a draft, man. And the scripture said it's going to. A lot of women are going to lose their husbands, man, in the war.
Man, that's when that Isaiah 4:1
and then look, we got to think that's going to be a war. I can see them fighting the recruiters. Like, I'm not going to war.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not about to go.
They're going to realize that they're going to get sent to their death. So they'll rather fight right there.
Yeah, right here. So you're going to lose army recruits. They get knocking on the door. Hey, man, you getting drafted. He might start pew-pewing them right at the door.
Oh, yeah, they're going to get,
Yeah, so you're going to lose, like, that's going to be chaos in itself. This when he announced a draft. I can see people going crazy, scrambling all through the city trying to hide their youngsters.
They're going to be locking it low.
There was a recent report about that, too. They just said that because they was talking about, the lady, she was talking about how her grandparents, when she was living there in World War II, and she was saying that how the women had to go and work because the men were forced to go to war at that time. And she said, we're about to go back to that time. You know, and how chaotic it is. You know, that's a beautiful point, because that is going to happen.
I don't see them like that. Like you said, the war said it. I don't see them wanting to go overseas and die. I might as well fight you right here and there at the doorstep. So look, dude, you bitch off the sun. They looking out the window, see that nigga in the army uniform. They already got, and they will poke their little 30-06 out the window. And they arm.
Sedition among men.
Sedition, that's the thing. Hey, good one. Sedition. It's gonna start sedition. Because I don't see it. Then you look, you're gonna need more army recruits. Like people ain't like, I ain't going to his door to recruit him. You heard what happened to Sergeant Jimmy.
Yeah, the average American probably got like 2 or 3 guns in his house.
Exactly. That's gonna start. That's war right here. So I'm looking at eat like you better get the robots going, because the people gonna fight you.
That's what they're gonna have to do. Get the robot.
Like Star Wars.
Yeah.
Droid Wars. They got to get them R2D2s going. I don't see the public doing it, man.
Bringing them drones out.
Yeah, because they already saying, like, I'm seeing like clips on TikTok, YouTube, like I'm not fighting in this war.
I even see Edomites saying that.
Yeah, exactly. God, they said I'm not fighting in this war. I'm not going. I'm not doing it. So it's gonna like it's gonna be way worse than Ukraine. I remember they dragged the Ukrainians out. They dragged them. No, they throwing them in the van.
I said them niggas fucking themselves up. Dude put his leg on the stern, had somebody jump on his leg to break it so he didn't go to the army. They was doing shit like that, breaking their own legs so they wouldn't go.
It's getting about to get real crazy. So yeah, I like you said, look for that draft to get implemented. I think if some more missile strikes and they lose some more troops, y'all said they lost 200 troops.
That's what they said.
Yeah, they trying to downplay. They keep losing more troops. They will institute a draft, and that's going to start sedition. Because the government, the people already don't trust the government. You already ran C-19 on them. They lost. You lost that trust. Trump done came in and did Island Man files. Trump done came in and straight did a very bad job. He just missed all the marks.
He lied and said we're not gonna go to no war.
Yeah, he might hold him to that. Then you got Tucker Carlson.
He's also like a 37 felon.
Yeah, and a draft dodger.
And a draft dodger.
Yeah, they like, you didn't fight, I'm not fighting either. So let's say he was a very bad candidate for Edomites to be president. Like, he was good for us because we knew he was going to destroy everything. But looking at the East, I'm looking like he was the worst person you could go get to represent y'all. Because he embodies like everything that's messed up about y'all. He has no honor. He's not an honorable man at all. He's like, he's what the scriptures say, the fugitive.
He saw a mirror.
Yeah, God.
The mirror. That's the mirror of their whole culture.
Of all the bastards, it's like anybody would be looking like, man, I don't even like my man no more. They looking at Donald Trump as the, the figurehead. They like, you know what I'm saying? They like, I don't think you got money like that. Like, everything is bad about that dude.
I got a precept.
Yeah,
this is Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Bang, you hear that? No more called tender and delicate. That's what the whole rant we had. So I preach to back it up. We brought out everything we just said right there is why Bible girl is no longer tender and delicate. And then it said sit on the ground. There's no more throne. That's why nobody want to fight for this country, because they know it's over with. There is no throne, man. Esau lost his country about 30, 40 years ago. He should have implemented some smart tactics then. Now it's like something broke and people still putting money into it. It's kind of like that. Like, man, it's really finished, man.
It's like insanity.
Yeah, like it's really finished, man. The engine is dying. What are you doing? You trying to put duct tape on it and some Gorilla Glue. And you're like, nah, man, the rods is busted, man. It's over with, man. And that's what Esau don't want to come to terms with. He got that cognitive dissonance. They all like, we can do it. That's that he in that Malachi 1 and 2. He trying to build back up and build. And the Lord keep like, blah, like, nah, you ain't building nothing.
The Lord like that kid, that bully kid that be bullying a little kid, building the sand castle.
Knock your blocks over.
Stepping on the sand castle.
You ain't building nothing. And you can vividly see that. These devils cook, man. And so we're trying to tell y'all Australia, like, stay out the way, because you never know when some Edomite is gonna have, he gonna have that falling down moment like that movie where he just blow up and just wanna just pew everybody. Because he's cooked. He's straight cooked, man. There's nothing, man. I can see it at my job. I'm watching out for the devils at my job. Because I can see them coming up there and just pew-pewing people. Because they cooked. I be watching their nature every day when I'm at work. And they're very demoralized.
Checking their temperature.
Yeah, they ain't got nothing to look forward to. They come in, they just, some of them, like their eyes, they done cried in the car on their way to work. And I be looking at them. I be looking at his eye like, man, we just crying.
You gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, I think he already cried in the car. You know what I'm saying? He just came to work with his eyes all fucked. Then he look at me, I'm over there clicking heels and yeah. Like, yeah, baby. They, nah. So they like, we come in, that little bitty light skin Jay, we gonna do him in first. Cause he irks me, man. And that's why you need to cover the Lord. Cause I'm like, I'm still not scared. I'm like, shoot, Lord God, I might be able to dodge and juke him out, hit him with something, get on up out of there. But just like I said earlier, checking the temperature, man. Looking, not just being like, oh, everything good. Like I got some flip-flops on now. Man, my shoes tied up tight. I know I might have to run at any moment. Bust a move, because we're definitely, what it said, it say, be circumspect. Yeah, go ahead and pull it out.
Ephesians chapter 5 and verse 15. And it says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil.
Ooh, now like I said, redeeming the time, today's the evil. We're at the time of war right now. So at that time, you should know, like, you need to be like the scripture say, being circumspect, walking around, checking, what's going on, what's happening, seeing where everybody is at, and build your treasure up in heaven. Showing your treasures up in heaven, man, and get ready for our Lord and Savior, Yahushua. You about to touch down. We're not far out at all. We're not far out. They can implement the MOTB these next coming months. It can come out next year, but it's not far out. And I remember Esau, he tried to clock it at 2030. It might come in before that, but for sure, probably sometime around that time. But I'm looking at it, I think it might come in as little as this year or maybe next year. I'm just going to say, no man knows the day or time but him. But just going by the prophecies, we're not far out. We're at World War III done started. They already got the MOTB to vote it. Elon Musk is already talking about the Neuralink. He getting new recruits, trial patients every day. They're doing follow-up on that. So it's here.
The Lord said he was going to make a return within World War III. And it already started there. So, just not to the full effect.
And they doing UFO disclosure. Esau want to talk about chariots at this point. Like, that, you ain't slick. You want to talk about chariots because they about to come. So he got to explain it away as if, aliens. That ain't no good. That's aliens.
Think about it. So we waiting on Russia and China to get in the war, and that'll kick everything off.
Yep.
We also waiting on them to, not only because they already promoting the MOTB, but we waiting on them to force it on people. That's the main thing. And that will be, and then when all of that happens, that's basically the hour of temptation right there.
Probably that dollar collapse is gonna come.
Yeah.
They were ready that dollar collapse. Yeah. That dollar could collapse at any time. This governor did. They put Trump in there. He done made so many bad decisions and bad moves to where they can happen at any point. The tariff system collapse the dollar. And all Trump gonna do is the damn Democrats. That's why they got that little two-party system. They can blame somebody to deflect. Always some deflection, man. That's all some finger pointing. So with that, man, y'all got more precept?
I got one more after this. This is why it's bad news for Esau Edom, but it gives comfort for Yashar, the so-called Negroes, Latino, and Native Americans. All right, so this is the book of Baruch, chapter 4, and verse 27, and it says, "Be of good comfort, O my children, and cry unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, for ye shall be remembered of him that brought you these things upon you. For as it was your mind
to go astray from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So being returned, seek him 10 times more.
Man, that's a big one right there. Like I said, seek him 10 times more. We should be in that spirit right now because the end is here, man. The end is nigh. It's real close. Everything is set up for it. And we can't stress that enough, man. That's what we're trying to tell y'all, Charlotte, with everything we got. Seek the Lord while you can, because it's about to be game time.
When you seek the Lord, I'm talking about praying, learning the name. If you can learn the prayers in the Paleo Hebrew because it's more potent when you pray in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. All of that, man. Seek them 10 times more. That's what it means. Like literally day and night, literally following what the scripture says to the best of your ability, man. We still got that time, man, because it's closing. Just like our backyard said right there, man. Last call for alcohol, man. It's closing, man.
With that being said, you know, hope it's been edifying. Bring about praise and glory too.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. Kwam Yasharala wa Baba. Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala, baby.
Shalom.
Kwam Yasharala. Hey, y'all stay locked in, man.